Welcome to the show. I'm Michelle Vanderpass with Talking Books TV. And have you ever wondered what cardiovascular and money has in common, or why you should bless the money to change the whole focus of our monetary system? My guest today, Bonnie Willow from lovelightandbusiness.com. Welcome to the show, and tell me, what does cardiovascular system have in common with money?
Well, hi, Michelle. Hi, everybody else. In order to help holistic practitioners understand how business works and why the different parts of business really matter, I created an analogy that holistic practitioners will understand. Because people with a spiritual and holistic and maybe an artistic sort of outlook may not understand why they should participate in the various aspects of business. A lot of people have found business to be, competitive and unpleasant and difficult to learn. So I have correlated the human body's anatomy to a business anatomy. And in the case of the cardiovascular system, the heart pumps blood throughout the body. You need blood to survive. The blood is kind of the first level of what's keeping you circulating. If your blood stops circulating and your heart stops, you don't live very long. In a business, this correlates to money. You need to keep money coming into the business, and you need to keep it pumping in and out, in and throughout. Receive money and pay bills. Receive money and give it to others, just like the cardiovascular system. If you start bleeding out more money than you bring in, your business doesn't have long to live.
This is such a great correlation because so many spiritual, holistic, natural people they understand that money makes the world go round because you got to have some money to pay your light bills. But there seems to be some wall there about really having the ebb and flow of money and abundance of money, not in everybody's life, but for some, especially in business, and especially asking for the money. And if you're in business, you have to learn to ask for the money. What
Yes.
would you suggest to a practitioner starting up their business on how they can get comfortable with this whole concept of money?
First thing I would say is invest in a copy of this book, in business, because I covered that in quite a bit of depth. I help people to shift their formerly negative attitudes towards money, towards marketing, towards a lot of aspects of business, and show them the beautiful spirituality of it. A few of the things that I have to say about money is it is a very effective form of barter. A lot of people prefer barter, but money is the easiest form of barter. You can exchange money for anything. So it can be looked at that way. You can bless your money when you are giving it out to others. You can bless your money when you receive it. And thus you can play your part in uplifting the entire financial system so that it can be lifted to a higher level.
And putting a blessing on the money really helps people who are spiritually grounded and come from a place of heart-centeredness really bring that into full circle for themselves. And what a lovely concept. Thank you for
You can also become quite aware and keep it foremost in your mind. What are you doing with your money? Why is it that you really deserve and ought to receive money from your clients, besides the fact that you're giving a lot of time and that you've put a lot of your own money and time into your education? You are giving great value. But also when you receive this money, you allow yourself to give your gifts to the world, and you then have enough money to support others. There's a lot of positivity that can be understood about the financial system.
Now, this isn't the only piece that you cover in the book. You go into so much depth about how you can set up your office, what you might need to change from the inside out, how you go about marketing and getting clients and running your business. There's so much in this book. It's just fabulous for all practitioners and healers out there. But let's go back, because there's really three key pieces to the book. One is this anatomy correlation that we talked about. You cover the reproductive system and the cardiovascular system and so forth. But also you talk quite a bit about the negativity that most people have towards business and how actually competition can be seen as a cooperation. You can reframe how you're looking at your competition. Talk about that for a minute.
Yeah. Well, I would maybe term it as higher business principles. A lot of holistic people have been harmed by marketing, by their concepts of business, by a sort of cutthroat attitude. And in this book, I show people how you can apply cooperation in the field of marketing and how you can apply cooperation in many aspects of your business, how you can apply your best spiritual and ethical principles. There's actually an entire chapter on ethics, and come to view business on a higher level and view business from a higher perspective. So you don't ever have to sink down to the cutthroat and competitive level, but you can still have a strong and healthy and thriving business. As a matter of fact, one of the parts of the book that I'm proudest of is in that chapter on ethics. And that is, I've put together a holistic healer's code of ethics, oath of ethics. Doctors have the Hippocratic oath that they speak when they receive their doctorate. Nurses have the Nightingale oath. Chiropractors have their oath, but holistic healers have not had one. So I took all of those oaths and put pieces together that make sense. So it's basically the same oath, but worded differently so that it really makes sense to holistic practitioners. And to me, this can join all of us on the same page, understanding what it is that we want to commit ourselves to and what we want to offer to others in our business.
Yeah, that covers the third piece that I was going to talk about. So there's the anatomy, there's the negative mindset that we often have and how you turn that about. And then the third piece is all about the ethics and your oath that you've created. So those are three key points, but certainly not the only points of this great book. I know that you have some big, lofty goals for this book.
Yeah.
Share with us what you hope to have happen.
Because this book contains the A to Z of how to run a business. It contains forms and worksheets, how to calculate costs, how to set up your filing cabinet, what to do with your computer, how to answer your phones, everything under the sun from A to Z. Because of that, I hope that this book will be able to contribute to changing the ratio of holistic natural practitioners to regular MDs and allopathic practitioners nationwide. I feel that so many holistic practitioners are unfamiliar with business principles and really unskilled in how to apply good business principles. And so therefore they don't succeed and they have to just do their work out of their house part-time as a hobby. This book, I'm hoping, will allow great masses of holistic practitioners to succeed and really proliferate.
And therefore, for giving us all more choice, more
right,
more active involvement in our own health care, which is, I think, what everybody wants in the long run, is to have that choice.
Yes, and while there are wonderful people in the world of MDs and allopathic medicine, I think as a generality, there are more people in the field of holistic healing who are intent on blessing everything they do, blessing everyone they see, blessing the world. And that's what I would love to see proliferate. I would love to see people receiving non-invasive help for their physical, their emotional, their mental, and their spiritual well-being by way of a whole lot of very successful holistic wellness practitioners.
The book is called Love, Light, and Business at lovelightandbusiness.com. Thank you, Vonnie. Thank you so much for being a guest, and I really look forward to seeing how you change the ratio of practitioners in the world.
Thanks, Michelle.